up early. Want some breakfast?
Had it already. Got a lot to do today. A couple of meetings in Skipdale. Got to nip into Hotton Town Hall. The register office for November 5th.
My word, you are keen.
I can't wait to see Dad's face when we tell him. What about you? Working today?
Yeah, but I thought I might pop into Skipdale this afternoon.
Oh, why?
I have to find a dress.
What for?
What for? For my wedding day, of course.
You don't need anything special, you know.
Right, I'll sort out a bin liner then, shall I?
Ah, on second thoughts. Bye.
Bye. Hi, Lynn, it's Kathy. Just wondered if you fancied a shopping trip into Skipdale this afternoon.
Some of these places are out of this world. Look, with its own Norman chapel, Golby Castle offers an exquisite 12th century atmosphere.
Yeah, no, but it's booked solid till 1993. There, another one. Can't offer us anything until the third weekend in February. I'll tell you, Chris and Kathy don't know how difficult this is. All right, I'll get it. Yes, speak.
Morning.
Morning. Coffee?
No, thanks.
Yes, well, that's very kind.
Oh, what are all these?
Frank's trying to find somewhere for the reception. Not having much luck, I'm afraid.
Well, it might not matter, actually.
What do you mean?
Well, Chris and I have got some ideas of our own about it. The
Great.
thing is,
His lordship can squeeze me in before lunch. That was his deacon on the phone.
Who?
You want to get married somewhere special, don't you?
I don't know. Where exactly?
Aha.
Frank, don't you think we should all talk about this first?
Talk? I've got no time to talk, love. He said there might just be a cancellation of Christmas. Right, I've got to change. Can't go there in tracksuit.
Morning.
Hi.
Don't let it get cold. I'll see to her.
How you feeling?
Me? Fine.
Have you done the test?
Oh, yeah.
And?
Need you ask? Oh, come on, Nick. Cheer up. It's much better this way.
Is it?
Yeah, honest. I really couldn't have gone through with it.
Yeah, well, maybe now wasn't the right time.
Maybe it never will be.
You should have got Seth to do that, Mr. Turner.
Oh, Seth's too busy at the game farm at this time of year. Anyway, it's nearly the last one.
You shouldn't be lugging things around. Not the way your health is.
Well, there's plenty of mileage in me yet. Oh.
Mr. Turner,
No, I'm fine.
what did the doctor say to you?
That I should have complete rest. It's impossible, of course.
You could take a couple of weeks off, you know. Well, Seth's well on top of the game farm, and things are quiet here at the moment.
There's a council and a pub to run.
Carol seems very efficient, and Mark. And if push comes to shove, I'll help out.
I haven't had a holiday for a long time. Yes, perhaps a couple of weeks in the sunshine.
Fine. Or you could treat yourself to a real rest cure. Promise me you'll think about it.
Yeah. Yes, I promise. Hey.
I've got a bone to pick with you.
Yeah, what about?
What's this rumour you've been spreading about me?
Hey?
Don't come the innocent. Everyone knows.
What? I'm afraid I don't, Kathy. What are you talking
know
about?
About me being pregnant.
You're joking, are you?
No, I am not. But that's the whole point. Everyone seems to think I am. Jack came round last night saying I was only getting married because I was pregnant.
I haven't even spoken to Jack.
And then Lynn this morning. She says Seth told her and you told Seth.
Hang on, Kath. I don't know what you're talking about. Honest, believe me. I mean, I saw Seth yesterday in the wool pack. Ah.
What?
I know what's happened. I was talking to Archie yesterday about Elsa. Seth was there. He must have overheard and thought I was talking about you.
Elsa's pregnant.
Well, no. Well, she thought she was, but she's not.
You sound disappointed.
I am a bit. Elsa couldn't be happier.
You've got plenty of time to have more children, Nick.
Yeah, no, it's just...
What?
Well, I want to have them with Elsa.
That iron's far too hot. They'll be covered in shiny marks.
Mum, just do me a favour, eh, and keep out of my way. I have used an iron before.
I just want you to make a good impression. Which tie are you wearing?
The one round my neck. Why?
Oh, you can't wear that one. Looks like an explosion in a pizza factory, does that? Oh, Mr. Turner, I was just on my way to take those accounts up to Frank Tate.
Oh, it's no rush.
How are you feeling now?
Me? Oh, fine. You not well, Mr. Turner?
Well, the doctor said these symptoms I'm suffering from are all stress-related. Trying to do too much in too little time, basically.
You see, it's just what happened last time. You should have a complete rest.
Oh, it's all right for some, eh?
Well, he says I've got to find a way of dealing with this stress.
Have you thought how?
That's the trouble. I can't think of a way. But I'm certainly not going on tranquilizers.
Right. What do you think?
Oh, very smart. What do you think, Mr. Turner? Would you give him a job?
Yeah, not bad. Well, I like the tie.
Well, that's that done for another year, Jack. I won't be sorry if I never have to do that job again.
Aye.
Come on. Mind you, get rid of the cattle, we'll have to.
What?
Yeah. Eric Pollard, take all the milkers. Another problem out the way.
Wouldn't have much of a farm left.
Well, now's as good a time as any to try something new.
Listen, just because you're not interested anymore doesn't mean to say that we're not. You got any plans yet?
Don't know whether I should tell you this or not. I mean, we're only talking. It's Frank Tate. He's offered me a job.
Oh, as campsite attendant. Well, whoever did the job would be.
No, I'd be estate manager. That's if I took the job, that is.
Well, you'd still just be a glorified holiday camp manager. Oh, he's got a cheek.
Eh?
Frank Tate offering you that.
Yeah.
He's got some goal. Hope you told him to go and get stuffed.
Yeah, of course I did.
Come on, Kim, you must know where he's gone.
I'm sorry, Chris. I don't know any more than Kathy.
Well, we're not having it.
Chris, give him a chance. He's only trying to help.
Why can't he just talk to us, Kim? Find out what we want.
He's just excited. Give him a chance to calm down. We can all sit down, have a...
Right, come on, Kathy.
Guess who I've been to see?
That's just what we want to know.
Well, it's on. You're getting married in Houghton Minster on Boxing Day. The bishop himself has agreed to do it.
Look, Dad, I know you mean well, but this is our wedding and we want to do it our own way.
To Houghton Minster, Chris. It'll be lovely.
I'm sure it would be.
Do you realise how difficult it is to get that place?
Of course, but it's not the way we want to do it.
Well, how do you want to do it?
Frank, we're very grateful, but we just want a quiet marriage with a small reception for close family and friends.
Probably at the Woolpack.
The Woolpack? You can't go there.
There must be some way we can all agree on this. We just want it to be a wonderful day for everyone.
Won't be if he insists on taking it over.
I'm not. I'm just trying to make you see sense, that's all.
We'll try away because it'll make no difference. But the wedding's booked. November 5th, Houghton Register Office. We hope you'll both be there.
Hello, Nick.
Hiya. What brings you up here?
Oh, some accounts to show to Frank Tate. How's Elsa?
Oh, she's okay.
Did she do the test?
Yes, she did, and it was negative.
Well, it's probably best.
I don't know. I wouldn't have minded if she was pregnant.
Well, you've got plenty of time.
So everybody keeps saying. Perhaps they should tell Elsa that.
Well, it's only the worry, Nick. If she had been pregnant, I'm sure she would have coped.
I'm not so sure. I don't know what's got into her these days.
Well, She always was a bit moody.
Oh, no, it's not just that. It's all this talk about getting out of Beckingdale.
What?
Well, she wants to move to Leeds. Bored of Beckingdale. Reckons if we do go to Leeds, everything will be wonderful.
Well, what do you think?
Well, I can't think of anything I'd rather do less. You couldn't have a word with her, could you?
Well, isn't this something you've got to work out for yourselves?
Well, yeah, but, you see, it might help. She might just listen to you.
She might. All right, I'll try.
I'd be really grateful if you could. Because I've tried, but I can't seem to get through to her these days. And to tell you the truth, I'm sick of trying.
When you're ready, Carol. Michael?
Oh, I'll have a cook, thanks.
Don't tell me you've gone teetotal too.
No chance. Just didn't want to turn up for the interview smelling of booze.
Yes, quite right, Michael. First impressions are vital.
Yeah. Oh, the cod's wallop. It's what's underneath that's important, not your clothes. You shouldn't judge a book by its cover.
Just as well in your case, Archibald.
Yes, the world doesn't work like that, Archie.
Yeah, in some cases it doesn't work at all.
You ready, Michael?
Oh, yeah, as I'll ever be.
Oh, you look really nice.
Oh, thanks. Well, are you going to wish me luck, then?
Aye, good luck,
Good
lad.
luck, Michael.
Yeah, good luck.
Well, I've got something to tell you. I shall be taking a couple of weeks off shortly.
Holiday?
No, doctor's orders. I've been trying to do too much. I've got to have complete rest.
Who's your doctor? I'll go and see my son tomorrow.
There's no question of you trying to do too much, Seth, but in my case it's different. It's a common problem with senior management.
Oh, yes, absolutely, old boy. Executive burnout's the phrase, isn't it?
Yes, that's right, yeah.
Typical. A few months ago, an hour, Paulie, you just told me to pull my son together. Yeah, that's right.
So where are you going?
Well, I haven't really decided yet.
You can get some very cheap deals in Florida this time of the year.
Oh, I think that's a bit down market for me.
What's down market about Florida? You've got Disney World, Miami.
Well, the world and his mother are going to Florida these days. I mean, I want peace and quiet.
You could always get in touch with Princess Margaret. Mustique should be quiet this time of the year.
I've always fancied a Pacific cruise myself.
You'd be quite at home there, wouldn't you, Pollard? You know, just you and the other sharks.
Hi.
Oh, yeah?
What are you doing?
Looking at some offices. Estate agent sent them over. I should be able to find something pretty cheap. Market's flooded with them at the moment.
Aye. Listen, Chris.
Yep.
About the wedding.
Don't start
no,
again.
Please. Hear me out, son.
Sorry.
This is going to be a big day for me as well, you know. My son getting married at last, and you know how I feel about Kathy.
Yeah, I know.
Well, is it so much to us just to put the wedding back for a month or two?
Dad, I don't understand. What difference does it make to you when we do it? If it's such a wonderful thing that Kathy and I are getting married, what does it matter if it's November?
Of course it matters. These things have got to be done properly. And another thing, your mother.
What about her?
Well, she would have wanted you to have a proper wedding. She often talked about it. That's what she wanted for you and Zoe. Think about it, will you?
How do you feel?
I'm all right. It's only a job interview.
Aren't you the cool one?
How are we doing for time?
It's fine. No problem.
Right, off you go then and get that job.
Certainly will.
Hang on. Good luck.
Thanks.
Let us know how you get on.
All right.
So where's the Gambier, I suppose? Or Canaries, perhaps?
You could just sign these cheques, Mr. Turner.
Of course, I'll be tempted to binge on the local cuisine. The doctor says I've got to lose a couple of stone. I really don't know what to do for the best.
You know what I was saying about a rest cure?
Yeah?
Well, have you thought about a health farm? Only you'd get a complete rest and there wouldn't be any worries about overeating.
I've heard some dreadful stories about those places. Ice-cold baths, 6-mile runs, nuts for breakfast, nuts for tea, nuts for dinner, nuts in the room next door.
Nonsense. They're specially trained attendants to look after your every need. They pamper your body. You'd get a complete rest and you wouldn't have to lift a finger.
I wouldn't have the strength after a diet of carrot juice and lettuce leaf.
Oh, where's your sense of adventure? You'll love it. A good purge is just what the doctor ordered.
Yeah, that's what worries me.
Hello, is that the Fountains Health Resort?
Sure you don't want another cake?
Not likely. I want to be able to get into that dress I've just bought.
I told you should buy something with an elasticated waist.
Thanks. Lynn, I was going to ask you, Chris and I would like you to be my matron of honour.
Really?
Yeah, what would you say to that?
I'd say I'd love to. Whatever happens, you and Chris are going to be happy, I know it.
Well, I'm certainly going to make the most of it. So, what about you, Lynn? You are very friendly with Michael Fellman.
Kathy, I've told you, we're just friends. He's a nice bloke. I like him, that's all.
I see. So you always straighten men's ties like that, do you?
Well, all right. But he's not available, is he?
As long as you know that. I don't want you to get hurt.
Trust me.
Hi, Mum. Hello, love. Oh, don't. I've been trying to get her off to sleep for the last half hour.
Your test was negative, then, Nick said.
You've been talking to him?
Of course. I was worried about you. You were in a right state yesterday. I thought you might have told me yourself.
Sorry.
Never mind. So, how are things?
What's Nick been saying?
Nothing. I was only asking how you are, that's all.
Better since I found out I'm not pregnant.
Nick says he wouldn't have minded.
He has been saying things.
He was worried about you.
There's nothing to worry about now I'm not pregnant.
He says you want to move, to get out of Beckindale.
Yeah, why not? I don't want to be stuck in this place for the rest of my life.
What about Nick and Alice?
What about them?
Well, you can't just think about yourself, you know.
Don't you think I know that? There's something else I know too. You only get one life, and I'm blowed if I'm going to waste mine in a dead and alive hole like this. I've got to get something for tea.
Elsa?
Well, that's the milking done. Now then, son. You pop upstairs. Get yourself cleaned up, OK? What's for tea?
Dunno. Haven't opened it yet.
You know, Joe actually suggested that we get rid of the milk herd this morning.
He's pulling your leg.
Well, the trouble is, I don't know when he's serious and when he's joking these days.
Oh, you must be losing your touch.
You know, Frank Tate offered him a job.
What sort of job?
Holiday camp attendant, by the sounds of it.
Well, can't imagine Joe working for Frank Tate.
No, I suppose not. I worry about him, though. I mean, he's still upset about Henry, and Kate, come to that. He shouldn't be making decisions at the moment. Not when his emotions are ruling his head.
Everything under control, Mark?
Yes, Mr. Turner. No problem.
Good.
He's in and out of that restaurant like a bat out of hell.
He works very hard, does our Mark. Does he not, Mr. Turner?
Yes, Carol, he does.
He's a good lad. You should take care of him.
Yes, Carol.
Good staff are hard to find, you know.
I do know that, Carol.
You shouldn't take advantage of the lad.
Carol, I treat my staff very well. No one has ever complained. Are you trying to say something, Seth?
Oh, no, Mr. Turner.
What did they say?
That they were really looking for someone with a bit more experience.
Well, you never know. If they were impressed, they might give you the job without the experience.
Yeah, but I know I can do it. I understand farming. I know what farmers need. I can sell them stuff. I talk the language, so they trust me. I just need a chance to prove it, that's all.
What else did they say?
Yeah, they like me tie.
Oh, you got the job. When should you know?
Next week.
There you go.
That a credit card, Mark?
Yes, Mr. Turner.
And you left the total blank?
Yes, Mr. Turner. Getting 10%.
Very good. Carry on. So, I've booked myself into the Fountains Health Resort for 2 weeks complete rest and a full course of treatments.
Yeah, and not a square meal in sight.
Well, one has to make sacrifices for one's health.
I know, but a trencherman like you, How long do you think you're going to survive in a regime of lettuce leaves and lemon juice?
Well, they give you more than that. I've checked.
Oh, yes. A cousin of mine went to one of those places. They put him on a fast for 3 days.
You were snoring.
God, I'm sorry.
Had enough at night without having it all evening.
All right, I'm sorry. I can't help it. I'm tired, Elsa.
Yeah, so am I.
What's wrong?
Nothing.
Come on, talk to me, please.
There's nothing to talk about.
We used to be really good friends. We used to want the same things.
I just want to get out of here, away from this place.
Leeds.
Yes! Is it so bad?
No, of course it's not. Except I can't think of anywhere else I'd rather go less. Look, everything I want is here. You, Alice, my home, my job, my family.
You. What about me? I'm stuck here all day with only Alice to talk to. My entire world's inside these four walls, Nick.
I don't understand.
I just want to get away from here. Go somewhere with a bit of life.
What, like nightclubs and discos, you know?
No. Well, yes, if that's what I feel like. What's so wrong with that? It's what everyone else does.
I see.
Nick, I'm sorry. I can't help the way I feel.
With the extra people have been adding to the bills, it comes to over £20.
Oh, done well.
So I was wondering when you'd be paying me.
What do you mean?
My share, Mr. Turner.
What he means is, Mr. Turner, when you trade in the credit card slips, you'll get his tips back as well.
Yes? Oh, yes, of course.
So when will that be, Mr. Turner?
Well, I don't really know. It's down to the credit card companies, you see. And it could be quite a while.
But that's not right.
I don't know what I should expect from him.
Don't you worry, love. We'll sort him out.
Oh, I thought you'd gone.
Just on my way. Just wanted a quick word.
What about?
The wedding.
Oh?
It's about what you were saying earlier about Mum.
And?
Well, I haven't spoken to Kathy yet, but if you think that's what she would have wanted.
It is, Chris.
Well, I'm sure we can come to some sort of compromise over it.
Well, that's great. You see, if you could wait until the spring, we could do it on a much larger scale. Use the opportunity to launch the new holiday village. We could invite a whole host of people. Put them up in the new cabins.
Hang on.
What?
That's it. That's what all this pressure's about. Finally, we get to the bottom of it. You want me and Kathy to do the wedding your way just so that you can exploit it for the publicity or bring the new holiday park.
Entirely.
How dare you use all this emotional blackmail about Mum?
It wasn't. It was just an idea.
Well, you keep your ideas to yourself. We're getting married when we want to. And if you interfere any more, we'll get on a plane and fly somewhere and do a quickie, understand? It's November 5th. Like it or lump it.